For more than 6 decades, Carol Burnett has been celebrated as one of the warmest, funniest, and most gracious entertainers in Hollywood. Her legendary variety shows shaped American comedy, her kindness touched fans worldwide, and her professionalism earned her universal respect. But even someone as patient and good-natured as Burnett had limits. And according to those who worked closely with her, there was one man in the entertainment industry who tested those limits more than anyone else. The identity of this individual has long been whispered about in backstage conversations, joked about in writers' rooms, and quietly referenced by cast members who spent years at Burnett's side. Although Carol never publicly named him, choosing diplomacy over drama, the tension between them was no secret to those who were present. It wasn't a simple personality mismatch. It was the kind of friction that built slowly over time, rooted in creative battles, disrespectful behavior, and moments that left Carol feeling dismissed in ways she never tolerated from anyone else. During the early years of her career, Burnett fought hard to be taken seriously, not just as a performer, but as a woman who demanded creative control in a male-dominated industry. She was direct, smart, and fiercely protective of her show's tone. The man she clashed with, however, pushed back constantly. He questioned her ideas, challenged her authority in front of others, and often attempted to take credit for decisions she clearly made. For a woman building a groundbreaking show, those confrontations weren't just annoying, they were infuriating. Insiders say Carol tried to rise above it. She would smile during meetings, deflect comments during rehearsals, and even go out of her way to diffuse uncomfortable moments. But privately, she confided in trusted friends that dealing with him drained her more than anything else she faced on set. She was known for encouraging her cast and crew with warmth and humor, yet with him, her patience grew thin. Her tone changed. Her expression hardened. And the room could feel it. The tension grew over the years. Even when he wasn't present physically, simply hearing his name mentioned could shift Carol's entire mood. Crew members learned early on not to bring him up unless absolutely necessary. It wasn't fear, it was respect for her boundaries. And Burnett, who rarely disliked anyone, made it clear in her own quiet way that this man had crossed a line that couldn't be uncrossed. Interestingly, the public never saw any of this. Burnett believed strongly in maintaining professionalism. She never used interviews to air grievances, never criticized him on stage, and never allowed controversies to overshadow her work. To fans, she remained the same vibrant, gracious performer they grew up loving. But behind the curtain, those who knew her best could see the strain this one person caused. Even today, the story remains a blend of truth, rumor, and legendary backstage lore. What is certain, however, is that Carol Burnett, a woman who loved nearly everyone she worked with, held a deep, unmistakable dislike for one man, someone who pushed her respect, her patience, and her trust further than anyone else ever had.